Do you have a threshold for any potential distance learning, or are you confident that in-person can happen throughout the year?
At this point, we're confident that in-person can happen. Obviously, there will be some accommodations made for kids that are medically fragile, and there are contingency plans. But right now, we're just concentrating on full in-person. We got the order from the president and our governor, and that's how we're proceeding right now.
What kind of payoff for all the sacrifices and work last year will there be? I know that there was a lot of pushback with RICAS, but you said that, no, we need to do this.
Right. I think, we can't take our foot off the pedal, not just in Providence, but I think we needed to take the RICAS. We didn't know where the kids were. We don't know what kind of an impact the pandemic has actually had. And we need to be able to measure it and say, okay, this is where we are. This is our new baseline. This is where we are going to start rebuilding, adding, and we have all the stimulus funding that we need to figure out how to target what the kids need, not these generalities that we've done in the past. We have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to really address the needs and also to think out of the box. So we're really thinking about secondary education very, very differently.
There were some concerns about having a mask mandate in place. Where do you stand with any hesitancy there?
No, none whatsoever. I think that it's become very political, very controversial, but health and safety should not be political. It should not be controversial. If you have a mask and I have a mask, we're both protected. If you have a mask and I don't have a mask, there's a risk. So I think that it is all our responsibility to put politics aside and put the kids first. Our kids are what should drive our agenda, and that's how we're moving forward.
Speaking of politics, I know it's been a tough year with the union and whatnot. I know that union leadership had told me that the relationships aren't necessarily better now, but there is a contract in place. How can those relationships improve? What are your asks for them?
Well, I think that, when we intervened in the district, we knew this was going to be hard. This wasn't going to be easy. But let's keep kids front and center. As human beings, we don't like change. But we need to change to get better. We need to. When I came here, I said we were in the 80s in Providence. I wasn't joking about that. Some of the things that we got in the contract are things that other districts have as par for the course. But here, it was kind of like a big give. It was like hard to do because change is difficult. But if we're going to get better as a district, we have to be flexible. We have to figure out what makes sense. And we have to figure out what's right for the community and the kids.
What can parents expect? Should we see what happened last year? A lot of quarantines, schools, some teachers are out, what happens?
I wish I knew. What I do know is we're going to try to do our best, and we're going to try to keep kids in school. We're going to try to keep them safe. We know that what we did last year worked. I know that it wasn't easy. It wasn't perfect. So what do we expect? Probably all of the above. There will be quarantining. There will be cases. We do know that. What we did not see was spread amongst the school, and we hope that that will be the same this year. But, every day is a new challenge, right? Every day something is new. And what I asked last year and I ask again this year is for flexibility. And let's be kind to one another, because it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough on all of us. It's okay. It's okay if there are bumps in the road. I think it's working together. So I keep telling myself, meditate, wake up, work with everyone, and let's move together. That's what I tell myself every single day. And there will be mistakes and there will be bumps, and we're only human. I remind myself every day that I'm only human.